Hey guys, this is my garage sale haul video that I got last Saturday, garage selling. Mind you, I did not start until 4:30 because I wasn't going to go garage selling because I have too much stuff. But I had money in my pocket, I was itching to spend, and there was a garage sale like probably 5 minutes from my house that they advertised they were open till 6, and it was like those people that buy a bunch of stuff from a store that goes out of business, and so they had a bunch of brand new stuff, and so I was just itching to go over there and see what they had. So I ended up actually buying like probably over $20 worth of stuff for our house, our kitchen, and random groceries that you cannot buy, or that were really good deal. And then I got these items right here. I'm going to show y'all. So I got this dress. I originally bought it for me, $4, which isn't, I mean, I usually at garage sales, I don't like spending more than $2 on a clothing item, but I originally was buying this for me because I thought it was pretty cute, and then my husband made a comment that it was kind of old lady-ish, and I was like, oh, maybe it is. See, it's cute. It has a little paisley bottom. But it's polyester, and I've discovered I am not a fan of polyester. It's also too short for me. Once I put it on, my ghetto booty made it really short, and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna posh that. I got this, which I'm really on the fence about whether I think it's cute or not. It's kind of like very hippy-dippy. It's got like the bric-a-brac on the bottom, but it's Lucky, and they have Lucky parties. So I find a lot of these shirts are in the Lucky's parties. They're very similar. I mean, I think it's kind of cute. It's very hippie, which is, you know, retro right now, vintage stuff. I got this. Adorable. I think that shirt was $2. Which is a little more than I would like to pay for a shirt. This is a cute American Eagle sweatshirt. It says Into the Wild with a coral color. This was $3. And it's probably hard to tell, but it looks brand new. It doesn't have any pilling or anything on it. So that's super cute. I got this is Lauren Conrad, which I think they do have Lauren Conrad parties, but I see a lot of Lauren Conrad stuff being shared. So I think it's a really popular brand amongst the 20-something-year-olds. But it's cute. It's got like hearts with little tails on it, kind of. And I don't think this still has some price tag on it. I think this was $2. I think I spent $12 on all these clothes. And then I got this last one. And so Lauren Conrad being a name brand, it can be kind of pricey. Like some of our stuff is around $60 to $80, and so this is an adorable Lauren Conrad. It's, I want to say cotton. Let me see if it says. Hold on. Oh no, polyester. So I wouldn't like it. It doesn't look like polyester or feel like polyester. That's weird, but it says polyester. It's got sequins, which is kind of fun. It's funny, the light is catching only the sequins, but it's actually got a lot of space in between the sequins, so you can't really see, but super cute, no issues. And so one thing I do when I go to garage sales and Goodwill is that I get everything I like. And like, especially at Goodwill, I put everything in my cart, and then I go over to the couch section and I sit down and I look over everything and make sure that, like, you know, like if this had a bunch of missing sequins or any snags, or, you know, you don't want to buy anything that's got anything that you have to, a big repair that you don't think you can fix. I didn't even know this had a zipper. But I always go over it with a fine tooth comb, and sometimes if my husband's with me, I'll have him. Ooh, I didn't do it. There's a string, but I think I can cut that string off just fine. But Goodwill, it's easier because you can sit and be comfy. But at a garage sale, I don't know, it's a little sketchy if people are like, what's she doing? Why is she not buying that? But I do just try to kind of keep an eye on things. I also, while I'm shopping, I will search. Like sometimes you can find, like at this garage sale, they had 2 pairs of jeans that looked high end. I'd never heard of them before. One of them was Grane, and it had a picture of a bird. So I don't know if maybe it said crane, and I just saw the G, but either way, I searched it, couldn't find anything by that, and I can't remember what the other one was. But they feel high end. They usually are. You can just tell, like a richer fabric jean, you know, like a cut from the cloth jean as compared to you know, like a Faded Glory jean. You can just feel it's a higher quality. So I sometimes will grab things that I have no idea if they're a name brand, and then I'll go and Google it and see if they are, which I've had that backfire. Sometimes later I'll find out, oh wow, it wasn't as originally as pricey of an item as I thought, but then you could just lower the price. But like with the, what was I going to say about higher end stuff? Lately I've had it really bite me in the butt when I buy stuff that I don't know the brands. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Anthropologie and Urban Outfitters both sell lots of brands that are not very like easy to remember. And so, but you can tell by the fabrics that they're really more expensive, higher end fabrics. And so grab stuff that you think is that, you know, Anthropologie or Urban Outfitters, and then go Google it and see. They have on both of their websites, they have lists of all of the top brands that they are selling right now. And I think their brands change on a regular basis. So it's kind of weird. But like, so when they have an Anthropologie party, you can post your stuff that is Maeve or RYU or whatever the other brands are that Anthropologie sells. But so it's tricky. You have to have it listed as Anthropologie, but then someone can report you because they're like, well, no, I can see the tag clearly says, you know, RYU. Well, so then I write in the title, Anthropologie's RYU. So people know, oh, this is a shirt sold at Anthropologie, so people aren't going to report you for being fraudulent on your brands. So, I hope those tips help, and I hope you like what I got. Oh, and also when you think about, okay, so I could probably sell this for $25 to $35. I would say this maybe $15. This maybe like $15 to $18. Probably $15 to $18, $13 to $15. So that right there, I mean, I spent $12 on all of this, and if I sold one item for $12, I'm making all of my money back. So that's why I love garage selling better than Goodwill, because you can have the ability to make a lot of money quick. So happy poshing, go garage selling. I find it's before I end, I like actually going later on in the day, because I found that there's not as many people out, and people having to sell are more willing to give you a good deal, and they're in that whole like mindset of like, oh my god, I have to pack all of this stuff up. And so like I had a guy in my first garage selling video, I think I talked about, I had I think 2 things in my hand, and he had a whole rack full of like 10 to 15 things, and he said, I'll give you everything in your hand plus everything on that rack for $10. And I was like, sold. One of the things in my hand was a pair of diesel jeans, and then everything in the rack still had the price tags on it, so I lucked out on that. But yeah, and it was like 1 o'clock, which is kind of weird. Here in Tennessee, I find that the garage sales don't last as long, so that's why I was excited about that garage sale the other day that went to 6 o'clock. But I think now that it's really warmer weather, we had a 90-degree day today, that the garage sales will stay longer because people know that they can make more money longer. But garage selling is definitely a great way to add to your Poshmark store. But happy poshing!